If you're watching this right now, there's a good chance your phone is buzzing with someone who needs just a little help this month. Or you just saw the group chat planning dinner and already felt that quiet knot in your stomach. Because everyone knows your card is the one that will appear when the bill lands. You're the reliable one. The one who has it together. The one may call when Venmo requests need approving at 2 a.m. At first it felt good. You felt powerful, needed, respected. Then something shifted. The thank you stopped coming. It turned into expectation, then silence, then jokes. He's got it, don't worry. And the worst part? Deep down you know, the day you finally say, I'm not covering this, they'll look at you like you changed. Like you're the selfish one. Like you're the problem. You've been told your whole life that generosity is the highest virtue. That good people pay. That real men provide. That if you love someone, you show it with your wallet. Machiavelli looked at that belief 500 years ago and laughed. He wrote, almost word for word, if you try to be known as generous, you will spend everything you have, then be forced to tax and steal from the same people you helped. In the end, they will hate you far more than if you had appeared stingy from the beginning. Translation for 2025. Keep paying for everyone, and they will use you until you're empty. Then walk away the second the well runs dry, calling you broke and bitter. If that stings, good. That sting is the truth trying to wake you up. This video is the red pill on money and relationships Machiavelli wished someone gave you sooner. By the end, you'll know exactly why they use you, and exactly how to make sure they never do it again. Stay until the final rule. It will change everything. The moment you realize they're using you, you remember the first time it felt good. Maybe you were 24, just got your first real paycheck, and you took the whole table out for steak. Everyone's eyes lit up. Someone posted the receipt on their story and tagged you legend. You walked out 10 feet tall. That night you felt like a king. Fast forward 2, 3, 5 years, same restaurant, same people, same bill. Only this time nobody even reaches for their wallet anymore. They don't ask, they just look at you. A tiny smirk. A raised eyebrow. The silence that says, well, you're doing it, right? You laugh it off, swipe the card, tell yourself it's no big deal, but inside something cracks. Because the gratitude is gone, the excitement is gone. You're not the hero anymore. You're the utility. And the craziest part, they don't even realize they're doing it. They've trained themselves without malice, without a meeting to see your wallet as an extension of their own options. You say yes once, twice, 10 times, and the brain files it under free resource, like oxygen, like Wi-Fi. You don't thank the router every time you connect. You feel it at family gatherings too. Your cousin's car breaks down again, 3rd time this year. He texts you privately while everyone's eating dessert. Bro, I swear I'm good for it, just till Friday. You transfer the money before the plates are cleared. Nobody at the table knows. You tell yourself that's noble, quiet generosity. But next Christmas he's got new sneakers and doesn't even make eye contact when you walk in. You feel it on dates. She picks the rooftop bar with the $28 cocktails. You pay without blinking because you don't want to look cheap on the 2nd date. 3rd date, same bar. 4th date, she brings her friend. You still pay. Somewhere around month 6, you realize you've dropped 2 rent payments on cocktails and Ubers, and I forgot my card. And she's never once offered to split anything. When you finally suggest a picnic in the park, she ghosts for 3 days. You feel it with the friend who moved cities and just needs a couch for a few weeks. Those weeks turn into months. He eats your food, runs your electricity, brings girls over at 3 a.m., and still asks if he can borrow 20 for the train. You keep saying yes because saying no would make you the bad guy. Because saying no would mean admitting you've been a doormat. Because saying no would force a fight you're terrified to have. And every time you say yes, another brick comes out of your wall. You tell yourself, they do the same for me. They're going through a hard time. I'm building loyalty. But here's the moment of truth, the moment that made you click on this video. You needed help once. Maybe your car died. Maybe you lost a freelance client. Maybe you just asked the group chat, "Anyone free to talk?" Rough week, and the same people you've carried for years suddenly went quiet. No Venmo request from their side. No "I got you," just radio silence or a thumbs up emoji. That's the moment the mask slips. That's the moment you realize you weren't building loyalty. You were buying the illusion of it. Machiavelli put it in one ice-cold sentence in 1513. Men are less hesitant to offend someone who makes himself loved than someone who makes himself feared. Love is held by a chain of obligation, which, since men are wretched, is broken whenever it serves their advantage. Modern translation: keep paying and they'll love the money, not you. Stop paying and the love disappears overnight. You're not crazy for feeling used. You're not petty for noticing. You're finally awake, and waking up hurts. But staying asleep costs everything. Let's go straight to the source. No fluff, no modern guru spin. Just Machiavelli in chapter 16 of The Prince, translated into the language of your bank account. He starts with one sentence that should be tattooed on every generous person's forearm. Generosity is harmful to you when it is practiced in the way that most people think it should be practiced. He's not talking about giving a homeless guy 20 bucks. He's talking about the way you try to be known as the generous one. He says if you chase that reputation, you have two options. Option 1, you actually give away so much that you run out of money. Then you have to start taxing, borrowing, begging, or squeezing the same people you helped. Result? They hate you twice. Once for the taxes, once for remembering you used to be their hero. Option 2, you fake it. You make a big show of generosity, but quietly go broke behind the scenes. Result? Same ending. Broke, exposed, and now everyone thinks you were a liar on top of being poor. Either way, the reputation of being generous destroys you. So what does he recommend instead? Parsimony. The fancy Renaissance word for looking stingy as hell. He says a prince should be willing to be called cheap, miserly, even cruel with money, because only that path keeps the treasury full, the army paid, the state secure, and the people free from extra taxes. And here's the part that will make your chest tight. In the end, the prince who is parsimonious will be seen as more generous than the one who is actually liberal, because he can afford to help in real emergencies without burdening anyone. Read that again. The guy who looks stingy every day ends up being the one who can drop $10,000 on your medical bill when your kid gets sick, without blinking, without going into debt, without making you feel like a charity case. The guy who is buying rounds and covering rent every month? When the real emergency hits, he's got $47 in savings and a maxed out credit card. He can't help. He becomes useless. Machiavelli finishes the chapter with a line that feels written for every group chat in 2025. Men forget more easily the death of their father than the loss of their inheritance. Translation: people will forgive almost anything except the moment you stop funding their lifestyle. They don't care that you paid for 5 years of their nights out. The second you stop, you're dead to them. That's not an opinion. That's human nature observed across centuries, continents, and tax brackets. You think your friends are different? Your girlfriend is different. Your brother is different. Machiavelli would ask you one question. When was the last time any of them offered to cover you first? When was the last time they even pretended to reach for the bill? Exactly. The prince doesn't say, never help anyone. He says, help on your terms from surplus, when it costs you nothing important, and never to buy love. Because love that has to be purchased is never love, it's rent. And rent is due every month until you're evicted. They never set out to use you. That's the sickest part. Nobody woke up thinking, today I will drain him. It happens slowly like mold. Phase 1, the test. Someone forgets their wallet once. You cover it without thinking. They say, I owe you one, with big eyes. Dopamine hits both of you. You feel generous. They feel relieved. A tiny circuit is born. Your money equals their comfort. Phase 2. The new normal next time it's not forgotten. It's conveniently left at home. Or they're a little short till payday. You pay again because it's easier than the 5-minute awkward dance. The circuit strengthens. Their brain rewires. When money is tight, he exists. Phase 3. Entitlement. Now they don't even ask. They order the extra cocktail, add dessert for the table, book the more expensive Airbnb, and just look at you when the bill comes. If you hesitate for half a second, the mood drops. Someone jokes, "Don't be tight." The table laughs. You pay to make the laughter come back. Phase 4. The resentment flip. You start noticing. The anger grows in silence. You replay every time you covered them while you were eating instant noodles to make rent. You want to explode, but you don't, because then you'd be the guy who counts every penny. So the anger turns inward. You hate them. You hate yourself more for still paying. Phase 5. The final stage, invisibility. You're no longer a person to them. Your infrastructure, like the Wi-Fi password they all know. They'll defend you if someone outside the group attacks you. He's good people. But inside the group, your job is to keep the good times flowing. If the signal drops, they'll complain about you to each other before they ever think, "Maybe we should chip in." And the cruel irony? The more you give, the less they respect you. Machiavelli saw this in princes and popes. He wrote that men will sooner forgive the murder of their father than the seizure of their property. They will forgive almost anything except the removal of a benefit they've grown addicted to. You become the golden goose. Golden geese don't get invited to parties as friends. They get invited as catering. Your phone stops ringing for how you're doing. It rings for what you can do. Your presence is measured in what you're willing to spend. Your absence is only noticed when somebody else has to pay. You tell yourself, "If I just explain how I feel, they'll understand." You try once. You say, "I've been covering a lot lately. Maybe we could split from now on?" Their face changes. Not guilt, surprise, mild offense. "I thought we were cool." Then silence. Then they start making plans without you. And the knife twist. They don't even think they're the bad guy. They genuinely believe you've changed. Because in their mind, the old you was normal. The new you is the problem. That's the ATM stage. You're not a friend. You're a service with feelings. And services don't get loyalty. They get replaced the moment a cheaper option appears. Here are the 5 non-negotiable rules. Write them down. Screenshot them. Tattoo them if you have to. Break them, and you will be used again. Rule 1. Never pay with money you can't comfortably burn. If covering someone means you skip your own bills, delay your investments, or touch your emergency fund, the answer is no. Full stop. A broke rescuer is a future victim. Your primary duty is to keep your own fortress intact. Helping from scarcity is not virtue. It's self-sabotage wearing the hero cape. Rule 2. Give time, knowledge, and effort before you ever give cash. The most powerful generosity costs you almost nothing, yet changes lives. Teach the friend how to budget instead of sending $300. Introduce your cousin to the mechanic who owes you a favor instead of paying for his repairs. Sit with your brother and delete the subscription apps bleeding him dry. Cash is the laziest form of help. Real help makes them stronger. Cash just makes them comfortable. Rule 3. Make every big gift visible, rare, and conditional secret. Endless giving trains people to expect it forever. If you decide to drop real money, do it once, loudly, with rules attached. "I'm covering this rent so you can get back on your feet, but next month we agree on a written plan and I'm not your backup anymore." You're not being cruel. You're refusing to be invisible infrastructure. Rule 4. Never fund the same mistake twice. One emergency. Life happens. The same emergency on repeat. That's a lifestyle. Your money doesn't fix patterns, it funds them. If someone's crisis has a first name and it's always the same story, this is the last time. I swear, your loan is actually a subscription to their chaos. Cancel it. Rule 5. Let silence do the heavy lifting. The moment the bill lands or the request comes, pause 2 full seconds longer than feels comfortable. Do not fill the awkward silence with your wallet. Watch what happens. The entitled reach for their own card, or suddenly remember they're good. The manipulators get visibly annoyed. The real ones say, "No worries, we can split." That 2-second pause is the cheapest lie detector ever invented. These 5 rules are not suggestions. They are the border wall around your life. Break them and people will keep taking bricks until your castle is a ruin and they reliving in a better house built from what they took from you. Follow them and something wild happens. The users drift away on their own. The respectful ones adapt immediately. And you finally feel what it's like to have money that belongs to you. Relationships that don't come with invoices. And a spine that doesn't fold every time someone looks broke. Here are the 5 most common traps, with word-for-word scripts that shut them down without turning you into the villain. Practice these in the mirror. They feel brutal the first time. By the 5th time, they feel like freedom. The friend group dinner, the classic bill ambush. Old you, fake laugh, grab the check. I got it, guys. New you. Let the bill sit untouched for 4 full seconds, longer than feels natural. Then, relaxed, almost bored. I've been picking these up a lot. Let's split it tonight, cool? If someone says, "Come on, you're good for it," look them in the eye, small smile. "Yeah, I'm good for my own share." Everyone Venmo the server or me. Takes 30 seconds. Result: phones come out instantly. The 1 or 2 who sulk are the exact leeches you needed to identify. The family member with the permanent crisis old you. How much do you need? I'll send it now. New you, text or calm voice call. I care about you, but I'm done being the emergency fund. I can give you 2 hours this weekend to go through your bank statements together and build a real plan. Or I can send you the number of a financial counselor I trust. But I'm not sending money anymore. If they cry or guilt trip, I get it's hard. That's exactly why I'm not enabling it anymore. I'll help you fix the root, not the symptom. Half will disappear. Half will finally change. Both outcomes save you thousands. Dating and the invisible contract old you. Pay for everything because that's what men do. New you on date 3 or 4. Pick a normal place and say right after ordering, "Let's just split this one." Makes it easy. Watch your face in the next 5 seconds. Green flag. Totally fine. Yellow flag. Awkward laugh. Usually the guy pays. Red flag. Sudden mood drop, phone out. "I'm not that hungry actually." If it's yellow or red, pay your half only, say, "Great seeing you," and never book date 5. You just saved yourself 6 months and 10 grand. The work mooch who forgets their wallet old you. "I'll grab it. You can get me next time." There is no next time. New you. 3rd offense when they appear empty-handed again. "Nah man, I'm good." You can grab your own today. If they look shocked, light laugh. I've covered the last 4. I'm keeping score now. Never aggressive, just factual. They either pay or stop asking. Either way, the spell is broken. The long-term friend who treats you like a bank, the hardest one. You've known them 10 years. They've borrowed thousands. Old you, keep lending because that's what brothers do. New you, sit them down or send the message. "I've been thinking about the money thing. I've lent you over exact amount the last few years and it's never come back. I'm not angry, but I'm closing that chapter. From now on, I'm not lending anymore. If you ever want to start repaying the old stuff, we can set up a plan, no rush, but no new loans. Then you go silent. No justifying. No apology. They will either respect you and slowly start repaying, or they will vanish. Both are upgrades. Use these scripts exactly as written the first few times. Your voice will shake. Your palms will sweat. That's the sound of chains breaking. You've just watched the entire red pill drop. And if you're feeling a weird mix of anger, relief, and low-key panic right now, that's normal. That feeling is the exact moment your old identity starts dying. For years you've carried a story in your head. I'm the reliable one, the provider, the rock, people need me. That's how I know I matter. You wore that story like armor. Every time you paid, you tightened the straps. Every time someone said, "You're a legend," the armor felt heavier and safer. But armor that someone else forged for you eventually becomes a cage. Today that cage door just swung open. And standing outside is a version of you that most people will never meet. The man whose money stays his, whose time is no longer for rent, whose presence is a privilege, not a service. That version of you doesn't announce himself with loud generosity. He moves quietly. He says no without explanation. He lets silence do the vetting. And when he does choose to give, really give, it comes from overflow, not obligation. It lands like a lightning bolt, not a subscription. People will call him cold at first. Then they'll call him solid. Eventually they'll just call him when they need real advice, not cash. Your emergency fund has 6 figures you never touch. Your phone no longer buzzes with guilt trips at 1 a.m. Friends who stayed are the ones who celebrate your wins louder than they ever celebrated your wallet. The woman or women in your life chose you when the tab was split 50/50ths. Your family finally learned to stand on their own because you stopped catching them every time they jumped off the cliff of bad decisions. And when a real crisis hits, your parents' health, a friend's startup that actually has legs, a cause that keeps you awake, you can write a check that changes lives without writing your own suicide note. That future is not a fantasy. It's the default outcome the moment you decide your primary job is no longer keeping everyone else comfortable. You don't need permission. You don't need them to understand. You only need to start. Start tonight. Open your banking app. Look at the last 30 transactions that weren't for you. Ask each one, did this come from strength or from fear? Be brutally honest. Then do the scariest thing you've done in years, nothing. Don't announce a new you on social media. Don't send a group text declaring boundaries. Just stop paying. Let the next bill sit. Let the next request go unanswered for 6 hours. Let the next sob story meet a calm, "I can't this time." Watch who gets mad. Watch who disappears. Watch who quietly respects the new temperature and adjusts. That watch-in period is your final exam. Most men relapse here. They feel the cold shoulder, the "you've changed" texts, the family gossip, and they cave. They buy one more round to make the discomfort stop. And the cage door slams shut again for another 5 years. Don't be most men. Remember, Machiavelli never said be cruel. He said, don't be so loved that they feel safe disrespecting you. Love without respect is a drug they're addicted to. Respect without love is a wall they can't climb. Build the wall. 15 years from now, when you're sitting on real wealth, real freedom, and real relationships, you'll look back at this moment, this video, this decision, and realize it was the best $0 you ever refused to spend. You deserve to keep what you earned. You deserve to be wanted for you, not for what you provide. You deserve to walk into any room knowing nobody is calculating what they can extract, that life is waiting. All you have to do is stop paying for the old one. If this hit harder than you expected, do one thing right now. Save this video. Write the 5 rules on your phone's lock screen. And the next time your hand moves toward your wallet out of reflex, hear my voice in your head. They use you, then close the wallet. Do that enough times and one day you'll open it only for the people and purposes that light you up, not the ones that bleed you dry. That day, my friend, is the day you finally become the prince of your own life. Thank you for watching until the end. If this saved you even one unnecessary payment, it was worth every second. Now go build the fortress.